Welcome to Black History 365 Family Portrait.
Hi, guys. It's me, Miss B, the storyteller, here for Black History 365 Family Poetry. I'm going to read two poems to you today. One is Lift Each Other Up. Have you ever been so sad that your shoulders felt too heavy for you? I know the feeling. Do you? Did you feel the need to take a rest? I did too. Were your feet dragging the ground as you struggled to walk around? Feeling defeated even when you tried your best? I know that feeling. During the times that you were down and your shoulders were too heavy to carry you around, did you forget to do the basic things that we ought to do? Things like shower, shave, wear your favorite pant or dress, clean behind yourself after you make a big mess. hmm Did you rise up early and go down late? Did you miss the fun parties and important dates? Did you miss family meals or leave your favorite food on the table? Did you forget to swallow even when you were able to eat? Well, let me ask you this. Did you suddenly stop hanging with humans because you were unsure of how to share your feelings from inside? But you simultaneously wished someone would be right there by your side. I did too. Until one day, when I was feeling stuck, I shouted, I give up. I give up. That was just enough for my friends who secretly understood to say, I would not give up and I won't let you give up. Let's try something new. I feel it too. Let's try something new. Let's lift each other up. If you have family or friends who demonstrate any of these signs of depression, call National Suicide Hotline 211 or the emergency assistance number in your viewing area. Help lift each other up, because when you do, your people can be around to help you later. Black History 365 Family Poetry. Housekeeping. Housekeepers take care of everything in the house. Believe it or not, they help control the budget, by using and preserving things in a responsible way. The most valuable gifts that a housekeeper shares is the ability to be hospitable and make life a lot more easy and comfortable for others, even when it's not for themselves. Could you be a housekeeper? Sometimes we are what we vow to never be because the title sounds beneath us, but we are. So, as I keep reading, open your mind to the strength that's needed to walk a day in their shoes. Good housekeeping can be difficult. In order to be an effective housekeeper, You have to be ready, willing, and able to assess the needs of others and then deliver goods and services at the drop of a dime. Actually, you have to be ready all the time, even when you're not. Huh. Housekeeping is hard. If this is too much for you to handle, simply imagine walking to work on summer or winter day, any spring, 200 years ago, over 200 years ago. You were not wearing a shirt. You were not wearing shorts. You were wearing what we call our Sunday best, whatever that meant back then. Whatever it meant, it was heavy. A heavy dress and boots. Probably uncomfortable shoes, especially on days when you didn't feel like wearing shoes. Housekeeping is hard. So you are not wearing shirts or shorts. You're wearing these heavy clothes. How long do you think it would take to scrub these clothes by hand? How long do you take to wash your clothes these days? Is that housekeeping? Housekeeping is hard. Can you feel their pain? Not yet? So try harder. Try to imagine yourself arriving to work as a black person or a servant. Just in time to cook breakfast, lunch, and supper for a family who enjoys your food. Your food, the stuff that you make, the stuff that some people get paid to cook these days. Fast food. Fast food in the sense that you better have it ready and you better have it quick, or you might get in trouble. So keep in mind as you're serving this supper that you wouldn't be allowed to sit and eat with them. The servants cooked in the servants' kitchen. I wonder if they had good pots and pans to cook with. I wonder if they had to make do with what they had but still produce. Do you? So the servants cooked in the servant kitchen and they couldn't sit and enjoy the meal like housekeepers do these days because the laws wouldn't allow, even if the master wanted them to. Can you recall your mama and grandmama talking about times like these every day of their hard work lives? That's Black History 365, whether we like it or not. Housekeeping is a skillful job. Have you thought of what your family might have eaten if they lived over 200 years ago and they were at the mercy of someone else? Has the matter of what you might eat ever been an extended concern in all of your days? Some people do worry. Housekeeping and being hospitable was reserved for hard-working people. Housekeepers cared enough to feed the families who trusted them to fix their food, but disrespected them while serving company, the company that someone else kept. So much for manners, right? All those good manners that you learn in school, all those good manners that people teach us today, but over 200 years ago, some people weren't afforded those pleasures of kindness. Would you have enough strength to keep serving those who forgot to say thank you? Or who refuse to say thank you, thinking you don't deserve it? Would you dare quietly say that it was your work, your hard work, and your wisdom to know what to give them that kept your boss healthy and strong each day? That is, until they find a more useful housekeeper, a better version of you. The truth is this: things grow useless and worthless, not people. I hope we know that today. But tell that to the lifestyle of the upper class over 200 years ago. Let's leave that in the past. But imagine housekeepers as they entered the back kitchen to cook before the homeowners could awake. Skillful, trustworthy, many of them. They prepped and sneaked sips of coffee and tea and lemonade and special well water as a treat. How neat that must have been. Or was it? History continues. Although the housekeepers arrived in the dark, they sometimes left in the dust of night. I wonder if the boss expected them to go home late, take care of their families, and then return to work within a few hours. I wonder if they let them go home at all. Well, that's definitely hard-working, ancestor type of Black history. Housekeeping and Black history happens 365 days per year. Our ancestors grew tired, but they wouldn't quit. You can't quit Black history. It's in your face. 365 days per year. To that point, my dear housekeepers, we also thank you for your years of answering the call to iron someone's curtains or clothes. Think about it. You made a wrinkled mess look good. Speaking of clothes, history has it that Sarah Boone holds a patent for making improvements to the ironing board. In fact, she is credited with designing a wooden ironing board with curves in it. This was said to help the sleeves in women's clothes fit better and be more maneuverable as you iron. I think Sarah Boone. To many readers, the life of a housekeeper sounds weird when it's referenced in according to Black history. But in accordance to Black history, there is cause to celebrate the history of housekeepers. Many were and are strong Black men and women. When asked to serve, they served, and they remained hospitable, some loyal for life. Housekeeping is hard, but living is easier for people all over the world because of the work and contributions of Sarah Boone and housekeepers like you and me. Happy Black History, 365 days per year.